So Kris Caldwell, call sign Fungus, 21 years in the U.S. Navy. I flew the F-35, the F-18, and I also flew the F-16 as an adversary. Did a lot of fun stuff, landing on carriers and all that good stuff. One of my part-time things is I write a monthly article called Plane Impressions for EAA Sport Aviation Magazine, and also have planeimpressions.com, where I basically get to fly all these cool aircraft, all different types of aircraft, and write about them. I think currently, as of this morning, I'm at 180 or 181 different types of aircraft. So the first time I really got to look up close at the SW-51 was at Oshkosh. I mean, it's a fighter. It's a replica fighter. It's got all the heritage associated with that. So it's just an absolutely beautiful piece of artwork. Not just the aesthetic beauty of it, but actually how it flies. Although it's a 70% scale Mustang from a real P-51D, it's 16% of the weight, which really gives it a lot of performance. I think it's actually very easy to pre-flight it. One of those airplanes you can just pull out of your hangar. The visibility, of course, is great. You got the bubble canopy, you can see everywhere around. Really no issue with head clearance or anything like that. The layout is very intuitive. I've flown a lot of Rotax aircraft before, so I wasn't, expecting high speeds, especially after takeoff. So as soon as we get off the ground, pull the gear up, I really had to pull back on the stick. 2,000 foot per minute rate of climb, 70 knots, that nose is really pitched up, unexpectedly so, which tells you how slippery this airframe is and how sleek the design is. The roll rate, there's very little play in the stick. It flies like a fighter, it flies like an F-16 or F-18. You can roll into a 90-degree angle of bank, pull on the stick a little bit, maybe 3.5 Gs, 4 Gs, and it just turns around on a dime. But also, when you slow the airplane down, you do slow flight, there's no sloppiness in the controls whatsoever. It's just a very nice roll rate, and it's actually about the same roll rate as it is at high speeds. So that just tells you the precision engineering that went into this aircraft. Sure, it's built off of a great design, the P-51 Mustang, but it also shows the precision that went into the replica. One of the cool features about this airplane is the intake scoop. Underneath, has a camera on it. So that camera is linked to your display in the cockpit. You can split screen that display and actually see the field of view that's right in front of your aircraft when you're taxiing. You can actually see the gear swinging down on the display. So this is another means of verifying that no kidding, your gear is in motion there. And so I'm flying this airplane for the first time, and there's a sustained 15-knot crosswind, gusting to a little bit more, and this airplane handled the crosswind beautifully. So I'll say the crosswind limits on it, they are exactly where they should be. It doesn't have any squirrely tendencies or anything like that. You can really stick the airplane, plant it on deck, and it flies exactly like it should. We put it to the test on the very first flight. There'll be an article coming out, the Plane Impressions article in EAA Sport Aviation Magazine. So looking forward to that. And then of course I'll have it on my website as well, planeimpressions.com.